Hey everybody, Greg here from Two Old Guys with Crossbows, and today I'm going to talk about my analysis of a bad shot. As you know, in the spring, the first whitetail that we got a shot at, it was Jason on the bow and I was on the camera, but sadly, it was a non-recovery on that deer. And I've taken a look at the footage and I'm going to show it to you. I've marked it out where the bolt hit, the travel of the bolt and everything. And I'm going to give my analysis, I think, of what happened and what went wrong on that shot. So let's get to it and have a look at this. Now in this slow-mo we can see the travel of the bolt, which seems to be coming from right to left, and where the impact actually hit the deer, which was back, but it didn't seem that far back. And with the travel of the bolt, it looked like it should have traveled into the vitals. Also, as the bolt passes through, if you watch behind, you can see the luminok in the grass. Here are a couple of stills to give us a better idea where that bolt actually hit. And by the looks of it, it hit just behind the rib cage and traveled on through. As you can see in the video, the deer reacted before the bolt even got there, which they call jumping the string. But the reaction time was instantaneous when he heard that bolt. Now in these clips I've actually put a mark where the luminok ends up in the grass, so we can see where the deer was standing and where the arrow went. But if it traveled like that, it makes you wonder why it wasn't a recovery. It looks like it went through the vitals, and that deer should have been found not far away, dead with a lung shot. And here, in this next one, I even marked it out clearer where the luminok ends up. You can see it there in those circles going into the grass. Let's watch the flight path in the video once more and see where the bolt hit. Reaction of the deer, instantaneous. It's moving forward. Now in this still, you can see the black dot just under the deer's chest where the bolt ends up in the grass, and you can see where the arrow or the bolt has entered into the deer. Now in this next image, according to the mark where the arrow ends up in the grass, I have drawn from the entry the presumed path of the arrow going through the deer. But we know apparently that is not what happened and how the arrow traveled. So in this next image, I want to point out, look at the luminoc on the bolt, and you can see it looks like a dash. I've even drawn a small dash underneath to show that. And this, I think, is the answer to what happened. Now in this image, you can see how the luminoc looks elongated or like a dash. And I think what happened is it hit, or that arrow clipped that back rib, which changed the trajectory of it, and the arrow going towards the back of the deer, showing what happened to that arrow. It clipped that back rib, just like clipping a twig on a shot towards a deer, and it changed the trajectory of that arrow, and that's why we ended up with a gut shot. I know it wasn't an ideal shot. The shot should have been probably 3-4 inches more forward, just behind the shoulder more, but I've seen much worse shots and deer being recovered. This deer, to this day, we still don't know where it is. Here we watch the slow-mo of the shot again, and I think the reason why the bolt ended up forward in the grass is you see the reaction time of this deer. It's reacting immediately, and as it springs forward, that arrow is being carried with it, and it was dropped on the other side as it moved forward in the grass. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video and my analysis of a bad shot. To me, that's probably what happened, and that's why we got such a gut shot on that deer, and it never recovered. We never seen any ravens or anything going in there after to give us any idea where that deer is, but I'm sure that deer is dead. Sadly, he was not recovered. But if you have any other ideas about it, leave them in the comments below. Let me know what you think. And also, I hope you enjoyed today's video, so please give us a like and a share. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. We love your support, and that's what's going to make our channel grow and become more popular. That's the nice thing about videoing shots is a lot of times it's right there on the camera, and I can go back and I can look and I can figure out what happened. So this is Greg from Two Old Guys with Crossbows, and I'll see you next time.